Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in DayZ. We're on the console today. We go ahead and show you. This pertains to both PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. This is the console state of the game of DayZ currently. We're currently sitting in version 107. We've had a few hot fixes. This should come to you around, I want to say, early May. We're just talking about the current state of the game, where we think it's going, talking about some of the things that have been happening inside the DayZ community for console. As I mean, we love this game, so like we want the best for this, and I know there's been some uproar, some stirrings happening out there. So let me just say, okay, so we're currently in a situation. I don't want to say it as I don't want to get dinged, but we're currently confined to our households. And I know that's affected a lot of different game developments, and I think it's affected Bohemian Interactive quite a bit. And since we are playing on the console, I can't really tab over and show you any of the Twitters, but I will try to read some things. I know there was an article that came out, and I'm going to read from somebody else's article here in a second. But there was an article that came out that was talking about how Bohemian Interactive shuttered one of their studios. They have many studios, and they work on many titles. Let me just go ahead and clarify that. And so, yeah, it's alarming to see that, because like one of the studios that worked on DayZ got shuttered, and it's alarming, right? And they didn't exactly respond to it that quickly. They did make a response, and we will go over that. But yeah, it was kind of like one of those times where, since the current situation we're in, we haven't heard any updates as far as like our console updates, or even on the PC side, because we typically see those first, right? Like we'll see, you know, some PC murmurings, or even some patches, some experimental versions, and then we have a good idea of what's coming down the pipe for us. But what's unfortunate is we haven't seen any of that, and I understand the current situation we're in, that can really... What are all these poles here? Is that supposed to be a fence? I'm so confused. I don't think I've ever seen those before. Anyways, to go back to what I was saying, I was like, my brains, they are scrambled very easily. I think I'm in Macau. So yeah, it's a little alarming because we don't see that, and then, oh, okay, we got some bones. I think we'll take those. You know, we always need bones. So yeah, it was alarming to see that, and then not to see any updates. Although I'm going to read from one of the updates that are one of these articles. Okay, so I think, yeah, did we cover that? Yeah, okay. So they shuttered one of the studios, which was very confusing, and not seeing any updates on Twitter or even on the experimental version was alarming, to say the least. But they did release an official, and I'm going to read this. Sorry if I'm not moving too much. It says, we recently, this is from the Bohemian Interactive Twitter. I'm reading this directly. I know you guys can't see it. It says, we've recently closed our, man, I'm really going to butcher this, Brastilava studio? Certainly not how it's pronounced. With a mutual decision between management and studio leads, and we want to thank all the team members for their contribution. This decision won't affect future development of DayZ, which will continue as outlined here. And they linked in their forums, specifically where they talk about how they're going to do the updates. Now, I love this game. I've always been playing this game. We play it pretty much on, not on PC, but on console a lot. Mostly on console. We'll jump over to PC when we have to like check out the new updates, but we've been playing this ever since early access on Xbox. So it's nice to at least see them acknowledge, like, hey, we're not going to stop development, but it is a little bit alarming. And I think because Bohemian Interactive has such a hard time to, ooh, machete, has such a hard time keeping up with updates anyways. And I don't blame the game devs. I think it's a lack of support from the mothership. That's speculation on my part, but like, I think that's why they have such a hard time. They may not have the resources they need, but like, I know we're currently sitting at 107. We're waiting for certain updates to happen. We're waiting for fixes to still happen that have kind of plagued us since late last year. And you know, we want to see that the needle's moving at least a little bit. And it's a little disheartening to see that one of the studios got shuttered. But I understand with the current situation that we're in. But at the same token, it's like, okay, at least they made a statement, but it was a little late coming. I'm not gonna lie. That was like on the 27th of April. I forget when the original stuff started going down, but it's like we've seen no updates on that front. It's like, okay, like when are we getting a patch? Like they said 5 patches for this year, and we're by the time you guys see this, it should be early May. So it's like, okay, where are we at, you know? I mean, even the PC side, like, because that's where we see our updates first. And, you know, at least we can tell you guys what's coming. We can go over there and check it out and be like, okay, expect this, this, and this. Expect these problems. Expect this new content kind of thing. But we haven't gotten any of that. Now, I get, and I'm not trying to rip on them here, but like we'll see things like the postcard. What is the postcard contest? It's like, that's cool and all, but like, you know what we really want to hear? We want to just at least, even if you're not working on it, we want to know when you guys will be back in the office to at least work on it. And I feel bad for the game devs currently left on this project because I know they're doing their best, but like, can you imagine having to do a game where like your engineer guys had to move on to like Arma 4 or something, and you didn't have, and you're like, I don't know, a game director or something, and you don't have that expertise, and like you have to deal with things like desync, and you don't have the staff to pull it off? And I'm not saying that's the case. It could be, but like I'm just saying I feel bad for the game devs because they get absolutely crapped on because I don't think they get the proper support. Again, my speculation. But it would be nice to see them say something. And maybe they can't. Maybe their hands are tied. But I know a lot of us are a little bit frustrated, maybe even more than just a little bit frustrated. Like we love this game. We love playing it. We love, you know, getting in on the console version and doing our thing. And it's rough to be dealing with all these issues that should be fixed after hot patch, 3? And it just, I mean, we're patient. We just need to know what's going on, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm going to address that. So, like, the article, let me just go ahead and say where I got it from. And I'll paraphrase some of this. But it was PCGamesN.com is where I pulled this from. It said, Bohemian Interactive, I think they summarized it quite well. It said, Bohemian Interactive developer, publisher of survival shooter DayZ has announced that they've recently closed down a studio in Bratislava. Still butchered that. It says, a mutual decision between management and studio leads. However, it looks like all survival game updates in the pipeline will still arrive as planned. So that's good. It said, according to this tweet, it says, all team members, the contribution, blah, blah, blah. We already got that one. Oh, and it said on their DayZ official Twitter, it says, similarly confirming, it says, DayZ development, this is a quote from Bohemian Interactive that they said on their DayZ page from their Twitter. It says, DayZ development isn't closed, because I know there was kind of an uproar there. So it was nice to see that, but like, I don't know. Let me just run down with what we're currently dealing with still, right? And again, we love this game. This is coming from a good place. We're not trying to just, you know, bag on it, because I know they get a lot of hate from all over the place. Like the PC players come in, and some of the other people that have been around for a long time come in, they just kind of pile on. But we're still currently dealing with some forms of desync. It's improved, but not a lot. There still seems to be some frame rate issue, especially with the original boxes. We have some people on our team, jumpsuit pants, that are playing on OG boxes or even S's, Xbox S's, which are still considered in like the original bracket. And if you don't have a solid state drive, whether it's PlayStation 4 or Xbox, if you're in a combat zone with like a lot of these models and stuff in there, you're going to have severe frame rate drop, and it's really, really bad. I know if you can somehow get the internal SSD drive, excuse me, for either of the consoles, do it. It's going to help your performance tremendously. I think this game almost needs it now, at least with its current state, 107. So just keep that in mind. Ooh, we got shotgun shells. But yeah, like we still desync being like if you've got something in a container, it won't get removed. Although at least now they've got a thing in place where if it's desync, you can't physically move it. Again, the fix for it is to take the item container, if you can pick it up, stick it in your hand, and sign out with it, and then come back in. That seems to fix it. Again, it sucks to have to say that because we've literally been dealing with that for over 8 months, at least. I think it's more than that, but that's being somewhat generous. But yeah, that's the current state. I know that this game's gone on sale, and this game still is a lot of fun. I still love Livonia, and we'll still be playing DayZ no matter what. We'll still be playing it primarily on console no matter what. But I know we're just kind of anxious to see the update. And I wish I could tell you when. And I hope by the time you guys see this that either that day or a few days after we do get an update. And, you know, I'm eating my own words. I kind of hope that because then we just want the update. You know what I mean? Like, even if they just say, hey, it's coming in a month or it's coming in 2 months or it's coming out today, that's great. We want movement. So currently, as we are recording this, this is not, we don't have a current date, which is unfortunate. And maybe, again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've just got, you know, coming down the pipe. They haven't announced it yet. I don't know. But we'll still be playing this. I know, even though some servers have shut down on the console side, which I get. They don't want the servers to be too sparse. They shut them down sometimes, and they'll open them back up if they need to. But we'll still be playing this no matter what. Even I know the Rust console beta is coming very soon. Obviously, we'll be playing that quite heavily when that comes out, but we'll still be releasing DayZ stuff. And as soon as that beta is over, we're going to be going back to playing DayZ again on a more regular basis. So, you know, stay tuned for that. And we always play on official servers. Sometimes we'll go do events and stuff on custom servers, community servers. But for the most part, we stick to official servers. And that'll be the same for us, too. But, yeah, we just kind of want to show people, like, the legit experience that you would get. And just, yeah, it's more fun that way, because, like, we don't know what we're going to run into. And I rather enjoy that. Is that a vehicle we can drive? No. Man, that still throws me off. I'm like, hey, we should go steal this. Anyway, so the current state of the game, we got some glitches. You definitely want to get a solid state drive if you can. The game still is a lot of fun, even with all its quirks. I know we've said a lot of negative stuff, but, like, it says a lot about it. Did I just put those on? It says a lot about a game if, even with all its faults, it's still a lot of fun. And this game still is a ton of fun. So, like, if you're looking to get it, I would recommend it. Just know what you're getting yourself into, that we've got issues we're still dealing with. But if you're patient and you like this type of genre, by all means, I would say jump into it and check it out. And, you know, according to Bohemian Interactive, we should still be getting updates. So if that's the case, then I'd say jump in and do it. Right? Right? I don't know if they're... And again, I don't know what time you guys will see this, but if there's somehow... They were running, like, different sales and stuff on the PlayStation and the Xbox. I don't know. This goes on sale quite a bit, so if you want to wait till then, that's cool. If it's on sale now, and this is your type of game, your genre, I'd say go for it. So that's the current state. We're just waiting for our updates to release some fixes. So hopefully that you found that useful and helpful, and if you did, be sure to drop a like. And consider dropping a subscribe, as I do play a lot of open world survivals, mostly on the console when I can, whether that be PlayStation 4, the Xbox, or the new generation of consoles coming down the pipe. And we do jump over to PC on occasion. I know we've been playing a lot of Rust over there just because we're so excited for the beta that's going to be coming out soon. So we'll be popping in and out over there, but we do still come back and play on console. We pretty much main on console, so... yeah, if you're down with the open world survival, consider dropping that subscribe and turning on notifications, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video / live stream. And we should be doing DayZ on a more regular basis. We were just we got a little distracted with Last Oasis, but we should be back on track now. So, all right, I'll stop rambling. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Bye. I actually need water badly.